Hello and welcome to EUROjam. It's number 5 ahead of Lisbon of May 2018 for the Eurovision Song Contest. You're with your usual host, Jamie Davis, and today we've got a lot to look forward to for the next 60 minutes here on Calum 105 FM and ESCplus on YouTube. So what have we got coming up today, Jamie? Well, let me reveal all. So, it's now got to that point of the year, and you could say the season of the Eurovision contest, where the pre-parties begin this week, and it all begins this Thursday here in the UK, in the capital city of London. And that means the Eurovision party begins there, and that is at the Café de Paris, which is known to be near Leicester Square. And of course, tickets are still going, and I'll talk more about the event throughout the show. We'll even be playing a few of the songs that will be performed on the night, and it certainly is a great place to go for any of you that wants to experience Eurovision, or even if you can't even make the song contest in Portugal this year, to go and find out what it's like yourself. You might have a really good blast, and to be honest, you might consume a bit of booze. God, where am I going with my words with this? Booze. I should know this. I drink this a lot. Maybe I've drank too much from last night, even though I didn't have any. Anyway, so of course we're going to continue the hashtag Road to Lisbon, and this week we will be playing out a few songs that will be competing at London Eurovision Party and next month's Eurovision Song Contest. We've got some Eurovision news coming up from the esc-plus.com website. You can go on there to find out our latest polls and of course the latest news from Eurovision. And we've got one song request just for this week. Come on guys, what's going on? Need more song requests, come on. Well, there's still plenty of shows to do that on, and I'll give out the details later on. But anyway, that is all coming up on EUROjam, and next up we're going to have esc-plus' song from 2012. So anyway, that is what is coming up over the next hour on EUROjam on Calum 105 FM and ESCplus on YouTube.
Love the way you fill me up with life. Baby, we can break the speed of light. Nothing to fear when you are near. Just give me more. Reaching for the sky, I'm aiming high. Close my eyes and then it's almost like a fly. Up in the air, let's take it there. Never let go. Over the night, all around the world, just you and I. Nothing to fear when you are near. We're on a roll. We do it again. No stop, no end. Out of control. Feel the energy between you and me, baby. It's alright. I feel the energy just taking over me. How
Callan FM on 105 FM, uniting our community.
And that was, of course, the song from Cyprus of 2012. Now, I must admit, I am such a big fan of that song recently. That's kind of why I've played it. It's been stuck in my head all Easter weekend. And by the way, did you all enjoy your Easter weekend? Did you get the chocolate eggs you wanted, kids? Well, I hope you got enough mini eggs, because I was gutted when I didn't get any mini eggs. But I did get a nice sharing bar of Aero Bubbles. Now, of course, I did not share it. It's just what it says on the packet. Never ever do what the rules tell you to on a packet. You stick to what you think is best. Anyway, we must talk about the song that was just played. That was Ivy with Adamo, and she came 16th in 2012, and it was actually Cyprus's best ever finish since the country finished 5th in 2004, which of course back then that was when the semi-final just started. That was I think from the top of my head, 2004 was the first time that they actually played the semi-final. Sorry about that. The system's going all funny in front of me. Didn't know what else to say then. But so yeah, anyway, that was Cyprus. That was their best ever finish since 2004. And you can see why. It's just one of those songs that's just memorable. I bet if you listen to that just then, it's in your head now. You're thinking about it right now. And maybe when you're having dinner later on, you're thinking about it right now. Maybe in front of your wife, and you're saying, la, la, love. Hey, she might like it. Anyway, moving on. This theme this week of the EUROjam is the Eurovision parties. It's been going on for at least a decade now, where there's at least 4 Eurovision parties taking place before all the singers, all the media, all the fans go to the main event, which of course this year is in Portugal of Lisbon. And it all starts off this Thursday, and that is here in the UK, in London, at Leicester Square, at Café de Paris, for the London Eurovision Party. It's the 11th year that they've done it, and it's always been a success. They've always had many acts from over the years, or acts for this year's song contest, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And this is going to be something special. It's going to be my first ever time going to this event, and my first ever Eurovision experience, which I'll be there for ESCplus and of course EUROjam. So make sure you stay tuned on ESCplus's YouTube channel and Callan 105 shows of EUROjam, and there'll be quite a bit of content from that, I promise you, from Thursday. And anyway, there's other parties going on. The next one after that will be April 10th, which is next week. And that is in Israel, and it is called Israel Calling, and that is in Tel Aviv, which I think is the capital. I should know that, really. I get confused whether it's that or Jerusalem. Something to Google in between the songs, maybe. And then the next one is the April the 14th one. Now, this is, I think, is known to be the biggest one out of the lot, and that is Eurovision in Concert, which will be in Amsterdam, of course, which is in the Netherlands. What a lovely place, and what a great experience that'll be for the singers. And ESCplus will be there for that, so stay tuned for that on our YouTube channel as well. And of course, the next one we'll be at is the Eurovision Spain pre-party in Madrid, which will be the April the 20th to the 21st, so a 2-day event for that one. So we'll talk more about the London Eurovision party throughout the show in the next 45 minutes or so. We're going to play our only song request for this week, so remember to send in your song requests for the next show in a fortnight's time. Just simply get in touch with us here at Callan FM on Twitter at Callan FM, and just tweet your EUROjam song request, and we'll play it out here on Callan 105 FM. So anyway, here it is. It's Bassam with Cliché Love Song. And when you listen to this, it's kind of like Bruno Mars, but in a Eurovision version way, you could say. It's a good song. Here it is.
This lady, she was looking so damn fine, but she was crazy. It was all about party time. And lately, I felt like something's wrong. So flaky and shaky when the sun went down. Yeah, boom, 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 when she walked the room, even girls say was. I know it's hard to get her. She's a special girl. Ooh. It feels like like your girl. Cloud 7, I never felt like this before. She took me closer to heaven. Oh my God, let's go. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. She rocked the room, even girls they whistle. I know we could be together. You're a special girl. Ooh, it feels like scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die, scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die. I love you. Another cliche, baby. Scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die. Baby, I'ma do whatever you like. I love you. Another cliche, baby. Oh, now tell me what I gotta do. Just give me that little clue. Another cliche, baby. Oh, now I'm just feeling blue. I gotta break through to you, you. 'Cause that's my cliche, baby. Yeah. It feels like scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die, scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die. I love you. Another cliche, baby. Scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die. Baby, I'ma do whatever you like. I love you. Another cliche, baby. Scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die. Scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die. I love you. Another cliche, baby. Scuba-dooba-dap-dap-dee-dee-die. Baby, I'ma do whatever you like. I love you. Another cliche love song. Tunes up.
Callan FM on 105 FM. Community radio at its best.
And that was Cliche Love Song there from Basm, and he represented Denmark at the 2014 Song Contest, and it was on home soil, because that was the year after Emily de Forest won the Eurovision Song Contest for Denmark, and it took place in Copenhagen in 2014. He actually finished 9th of that song, so, you know, they did all right the year after winning it, because if you know your Eurovision in the last few years, it's very rare for the host country to win Eurovision for the second year in a row, unless you're Ireland, which was back in the 1990s. Anyway, let's talk about the London Eurovision party, shall we? So there's going to be 24 acts, and they've all been announced, and they will be taking part in London. And it's literally from France's Madame Monsieur to the United Kingdom's headline act of Surrey. 24 Eurovision artists have confirmed their attendance, and the event is one of many promotional parties to take place across Europe. I mean, we can go through the whole lineup, but I think I'll be boring you. So as mentioned, Surrey for the UK. We have the Norway of 2013, Margaret Berger. We have Portugal's 2014, Susie. And obviously some of the acts from this year. We have Ireland's Rhino Shaughnessy, who will be flying across from over the pond to come and perform in London. We have Germany's Michael Schulte. We have Australia's Jessica Marby. And I've got a good question to ask her. Will it be Australia's last ever Eurovision entry? I'll talk about that more later on in the show if you stay tuned for EUROjam. Anyway, hosting the show will be Nikki French, who, if you can remember, represented the UK in 2000, which was in Denmark. It was in Sweden, in Stockholm, at the Globe Arena. And that was with the song Don't Play That Song Again. Well, Nikki French had to perform that song quite a lot over that week, just to get it right, I'm sure. And she'll be with Paddy O'Connell as well, who was the former Eurovision semi-final commentator for the UK viewers. I don't remember him. Maybe it was before I got into Eurovision, which was, of course, established in 2011. So the London Eurovision Party 2018 will take place this Thursday at Café de Paris in Leicester Square. So we're going to play one of the songs now, and it's actually from last year's entry, and that was Lucy Jones of the UK. Now, wasn't that a great song? It was a great stage, it was a great song, and really, she's probably going to be forgotten in a few years, but this was a great song, and I'm hoping to meet her on Thursday for an interview for ESCplus and EUROjam. Anyway, here it is, Lucy Jones with Never Give Up On You.
Tell me your secrets, I'll keep them safe. No sign of weakness, it's a sign of faith. We'll stand tall prepare. Don't have to call me, I'll always be there. We'll stand tall so you don't fall. If you could see how far you've walked, you would see that all's not lost. I will never give up on you. I don't care what I've got to lose. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we'll dance through this storm. I will never give up on you. You're the one that I'm running to. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we'll dance through this storm. Under the surface, I see you glow. I'm right beside you, you're never alone. Don't let go when you're so close. If you could see how far you've walked, you would see that all's not lost. I will never give up on you. I don't care what I've got to lose. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we'll dance through this storm. I will never give up on you. You're the one that I'm running to. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we're dancing through this madness. We're running through this magic. It's inside of you. It's madness. It's madness. Now you can see how far you've walked. The mountains climbed, the oceans crossed. I don't care what I've got to lose. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we'll dance through this storm. I will never give up on you. You're the one that I'm running to. Just give me your hand and hold on. Together we'll dance through this storm.
And that was Lucy Jones for the United Kingdom of last year. If you're wondering where she finished, it was actually 15th with 111 points. Now, okay, I know we're not always great in Eurovision, and I always say this every time on EUROjam, but, you know, 111 points, it's better than the last few years, in all fairness. Best performance since, I think it was actually Blue when they represented us, when they got 100 points in 2011. I might be wrong, but I have a feeling it was. And actually, here's a fact for you. The song was written by Emily de Forest, who I mentioned earlier, won Eurovision in 2013, but sadly, the lyrics didn't win it for Lucy Jones. Anyway, we've got another thing to talk about now, and it's actually with us here at ESCplus. Of course, you can follow EUROjam episodes on ESCplus's YouTube channel, and of course, check out all the latest news on their website, which is esc-plus.com. Anyway, they want your help. And Stella Verstegen from ESCplus has got a message that involves you getting the chance to ask some of the participants a question. Ooh, can't complain with that, can you? Participants who are performing at the London Eurovision Party and Eurovision in Concert, which will be in Amsterdam, and of course the Eurovision Party in Spain. Well, pre-party as it's officially called. Anyway, here is Stella Verstegen with her message, and she will tell you a bit more of what you can do to get involved with asking your question to the performers of this year's song contest. And here it is.
Hey everyone, my name is Stella, and on behalf of ESCplus, I'd like to share something with you. Just like previous years, ESCplus will be at Eurovision in Concert to interview some of the artists that will be performing at the concert in Amsterdam. This year we want to try something new with the interviews, and for that we need your help. If you have a question to any of this year's Eurovision participants, just send your question to us with the hashtag ESCQuestions, or just put your question in the comments down below. Maybe your question will be answered by one of the participants. So don't miss this chance and send us your question.
Callan FM on 105 FM. Community radio at its best.
So there you go. What are you waiting for? Make sure you, of course, go on Instagram, which is ESCplus, Facebook and Twitter, and basically use hashtag ESC questions. Give it a go. Why not? We will do our best to ask all the questions we receive, and we really appreciate you giving up your time. So anyway, let's move on to the schedule of the London Eurovision Party for this Thursday. And we're going to play one from over the years, and it's the one from 4 years ago of Portugal. And this year they are hosting it for the very first time. So what an opportunity Portugal has coming up in the next few weeks. This one is with Susie. Now, she failed to qualify to the final 4 years ago, but it still went down as a classic Eurovision song, which probably sounds crazy because she didn't even make the grand final. But hey, sometimes any song can get into your head no matter where they finished. I mean, think about X Factor. How many times has the runner-up become a bigger star than the winner? You just never know in music. She came 11th in the semi-final, 39 points, so just missed out on that final place. And as I mentioned, she will be performing at the London Eurovision Party. So here is a classic for you from 2014 in Copenhagen, and that is Quero. Let me try and pronounce it. Quero Sur Tua from Susie. Here it is. And that was Portugal there. Of course, it was a memorable song, but it never made the final 4 years ago. And 4 years on, they're hosting it next month. And she will be there, Susie, at London Eurovision Party on Thursday. Now we must move on to an entry from this year. Yes, we're finally playing a song from this year, Jamie. Finally, as you're grabbing my neck, strangling me, asking me where are the songs from this year's song contest. Well, here they are. They are finally here. And we start off with Bulgaria for this year, and this is Aquenix. I think I've pronounced that. They are a group band, so it's not a name of a person, which I would be worried if that was. And the song is called Bones. Just Bones. I mean, we'll find out from the song what it's about, but there's no detail in that song title whatsoever. Bulgaria have actually never won Eurovision before, and they are one of the hot favourites this year. So anyway, see what you think. Here is their song for 2018.
FM on 105 FM, community radio at its best.
And there you go. That was Bulgaria, and what a song that is as well. Very loud and upbeat and very memorable, which will help it get very far, I'm sure, next month. They were internally selected, so there was no votes for them. It was literally all picked up by the Bulgarian broadcaster, which are known as BNT, and that was back in March, on the 12th of March, to be precise. And obviously, as I mentioned, they will be performing at the London Eurovision party, and they are currently an outsider to win the contest. So, you know, if you're near the bookmakers now, put a bet on. Put Bulgaria to win, and don't be like me when I went with the UK last year. I'll never get that pound back. I mean, it could have been more, or it could have been Panini stickers for 80p now. What a gamble. Anyway, song 6 now, and this is Luxembourg. Now, for any of you out there, you're probably wondering, hang on a minute, Jamie. Luxembourg don't compete at Eurovision anymore. I'd love to know why they don't. I mean, they've won it 5 times, just as much as we have 5 times, and just a little less than Sweden and Ireland. So, they haven't competed since 1993, so they are representing a song this year. This is from back in the 80s of 1983, and you probably all remember that. People who grew up in the 50s and 60s and 70s, maybe. Not trying to make you sound odd, I'm just saying the facts of the decades here. But anyway, this is Kareni Humes with the song If Life is a Gift. And this song was certainly a gift for her when she won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1983. So, see what you think? Here is the song.
C'était du bleu, un ciel d'été, un océan transparent. Nous étions deux, et l'on s'aimait à faire arrêter le temps. Mais le temps nous a trahis. Alors pourquoi m'avoir promis la terre entière? Notre amour aurait suffi. Je ne voulais pas de bonheur imaginaire. Si la vie est cadeau, si la vie est un cadeau, cadeau donné, cadeau repris, cadeau volé, prends l'amour comme un cadeau, cadeau donné, cadeau repris, cadeau volé. Le bonheur est trop court. Nous, c'était l'enfant que je voulais te l'offrir au printemps. Mais le temps a tous les droits. Alors pourquoi m'avoir promis la terre entière? Et l'enfant qui n'est pas là, c'est aujourd'hui mon seul bonheur imaginaire. Si la vie est cadeau, si la vie est un cadeau, cadeau donné, cadeau repris, cadeau volé, prends l'amour comme un cadeau, cadeau donné, cadeau repris, cadeau volé. Le bonheur est trop
FM on 105 FM, community radio at its best.
Now, what a song that was. That was the winner of 1983's version of the Eurovision Song Contest, and that was Kareni Humes with If Life is a Gift. Now, of course, it wasn't in English, but that is what it's translated according to the Eurovision website, or maybe Wikipedia. I mean, if any of you uni students are out there listening, you can't use Wikipedia. Remember that rule. Don't blame me if you fail because you used Wikipedia as a reference. You've heard it from me. Anyway, we'll move on because it's now on to song 7 of the show, and this is Norway of 2013. Now, Norway are known for winning in 2009 from Alexander Rybak, unless you pronounce it like Graham Norton has done, and he pronounced it wrongly for 12 months, funny enough. But basically, he won it in 2009 with Fairy Tale, and then 4 years later, Norway thought they were going to repeat it with Margaret Berger. Of course, she was the young blondie who was very good on the stage, and everyone thought she could be the outsider. She didn't win at the end, no thanks to Emily de Forest of Denmark, but she will be performing at London Eurovision Party, and hopefully she'll be playing this one. She's got to. This is a very good song. It's I Feed You My Love from Margaret Berger.
in a silent tree through the dark night. You listen to me when I whisper broken words in your ear, and you push me hard to the surface. I'm blinded hard, but you wake me up from the snow where I was born. Now I can see the whole world is mine. I can't touch and feel. I feed you my love. You put a knife against my back, and you dare me to face the attack. You say for cowards, there's no reward. Feel the heat. Oh, take my hand. I trust your word. Bring the fire. I don't care if it hurts. I have the future on my tongue. Give me a kiss. Now I can see the whole world is mine. I can't touch and feel, so I feed you my love. You put a knife against my back, and you dare me to face the attack. You say for cowards, there's no reward. I have the future on my tongue. Now I can see the whole world is mine. I can't touch and feel, so I feed you my love. Feed you my love, so I feed you my love.
Your community, your music. Callan FM on 105 FM.
Yep, that is right. You are listening to Callan 105 FM and ESCplus YouTube. Now, just a reminder, of course, all of your EUROjam shows will be now available on ESCplus's YouTube channel. They all went up last week, the last 4 episodes, so make sure you subscribe to our ESCplus YouTube channel for all of our shows and the latest Eurovision videos. Anyway, before we move on to our next song, we've actually got our latest poll results out from the ESCplus website, which is esc-plus.com. So it's the OGAE poll, which of course, it's actually OGAE. I got carried away there. So OGAE is actually from Belarus, and they have just revealed their results for this year's poll. So anyway, let's check them out. So, can you ever guess who the favourite is? Now, if you've listened to the last few shows, I've probably mentioned it a few times. Yep, you're right, it's Israel. They've been given the 12 points. France are the second favourites with 10 points. 8 points for Belgium. Yet again, Belgium, for the 4th year in a row, have got a strong performance in them, but sadly are going to be short from what the people in Belarus are saying. Sweden for 7 points. Czech Republic for 6. Bulgaria for 5. 4 points is Italy. Estonia with 3 points, which is, Estonia, I checked, and they were second favourites, so they won't be happy with that. Norway, with Alexander Rybak, of course, coming back again with That's How You Write a Song. And last is Cyprus. And there's no UK. I'm sorry, UK fans, there's no United Kingdom on that list. So not something Suri would want to look at in terms of the fans from Belarus. And of course, the annual OGAE poll is the official fan club, which is voting that brings the opinion of the OGE OGAE. It's not exactly very off the tongue, is it? Who came up with this? And quarters established all over Europe and the rest of the world. Well, hopefully that won't reveal who will win and all that. We don't want to find out the actual results, do we, come the final show on the 12th of May. Anyway, speaking of Belarus, I thought we'd play out one of their songs from the last few years. We're going back to when Copenhagen hosted it in 2014, and this is with Teo, and Teo, which is spelled T-E-O. Now, he certainly knew how to dress up for the stage in his suit with his wacky hair spiked up and his, you could say, goatee as well, and he had his top button off. You know, the guy knows how to party on a Saturday night in Europe. And he came 16th at the 2014 contest with only 43 points. But bearing in mind, he was second in the running order, and that is known as basically the, I think they just call it the death, basically, where you have no chance of winning Eurovision. There's no one below second or third. So anyone below third in the running order has won the song contest in its history. So anyway, as mentioning as well, Belarus has never won Eurovision since their first entry in 2004. But this one was quite a good song. I quite like this one anyway. It's called Cheesecake. Bet you're hungry now. I bet you're hungry now. Have cheesecake for your dessert and while listening to this. Go get it now. Go to your fridge. Get your cheesecake. It's a great song. Here it is. Teo with Cheesecake.
I gave you one more chance. You showed me dance, but I'm not Patrick Swayze, you're not Jennifer Grey. I told this story, but I'm so sorry. I lost my train of thought when you called me my sweet cheesecake. I don't wanna be your 20 helps to be. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend, it's too late. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake. I don't wanna be your 20 helps to be. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend, it's too late. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake. Just not to meet you on my way, don't stay on my way. Hey, you dial my number, your dreams start crumbling. You want me to be the man I'll never ever be. I don't wanna be your 20 helps to be. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend, it's too late. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake. I don't wanna be your 20 helps to be. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend, it's too late. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake. I don't wanna be your toy. I don't wanna be your boy. I don't wanna be your toy. I don't wanna be your boy, baby. Whoa. Yeah. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend, it's too late. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake. I don't wanna be your 20 helps to be. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend, it's too late. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake. I don't wanna, I'm not gonna be your boy. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake. I don't wanna be your 20 helps to be. I'm not gonna be your boyfriend, it's too late. I look over Google Maps trying to escape, cause I'm tired of being your sweet cheesecake.
Boom. Teo with Cheesecake there, and I must admit he really gave it a good cheesecake performance there. I absolutely love that song. And anyway, the next one we will talk about in just a moment. Australia next, and I must admit, Australia, it's 4 years now Australia have been at Eurovision, and it's become it's just a tradition now. But the one thing I want to know is when I asked Jessica Marboy when she performs at the London Eurovision party on Thursday is, will she be the last ever Australian entry at this year's Eurovision? Well, in Eurovision in general, because come October, we have our very first Eurovision Asia Song Contest, which involves Australia. Now, surely, if that is the case, there shouldn't be an Australia performing at Eurovision. But yet again, we all said that in 2015 when it was revealed that they would be taking part in the 60th anniversary of the show. Anyway, I'm not saying Australia should not perform at Eurovision anymore. It's just probably more ideal to be in Asia. But anyway, we love them. They've produced great songs, especially Guy Sebastian with Tonight Again. Anyway, this is her song, Jessica Milboy with We Got Love. Can it win? Well, I'll tell you this now. Here's one rule to bear in mind. If Australia win Eurovision, they get to pick who hosts the next song contest. You know, just feel free to pick us, but yet again, it might dent our economy. Nah, I'm sure it'll be great. Anyway, Jessica Milboy with We Got Love.
Why do we always feel like we need to try? Why do we believe that we need to be somebody else to feel alive? Why do we why do we keep making the same mistakes and believing that it won't make a difference if we try to break away? I know what you must be thinking, but we are powerless to change things. But don't give up, 'cause we got love, 'cause we got love. I won't throw my hands up to surrender, 'cause love is stronger than fire. So don't give up, 'cause we got love, 'cause we got love. Time, don't you think it's just a waste of time when we're always fighting over material or trivial things in this life? Yeah, I don't understand why we don't get it right. Why do we keep going round and round at the end of the day? We've only got ourselves to blame. Now, I know what you must be thinking, that we are powerless to change things. But don't give up, 'cause we got love, 'cause we got love. Yeah, I won't throw my hands up to surrender, 'cause love is stronger than fire. So don't give up, 'cause we got love, 'cause we got love. We got love, we got love, we got love, we got love, we got love. I know what you must be thinking, that we are powerless to change things. But don't give up, 'cause we got love, 'cause we got love. I won't throw my hands up to surrender, 'cause love is stronger than fire. So don't give up, 'cause we got love, 'cause we got love, 'cause we got love.
Yet again, Australia just seemed to get it spot on with their music. That was Jessica Milboy there with We Got Love. Anyway, before we move on to our next track, I just wanted to announce that ESCplus you can find on Instagram, which go on, grab your phone, go on the app now and just search ESC_plus. The reason why I'm specifically looking at that page is because I'm now in control of the output of that Instagram page. For any of you followers out there, you've probably noticed that we haven't posted in a while, but now I'm in control thanks to the team back in Spain of ESCplus. And yeah, so keep an eye out for any latest photos or videos from the world of Eurovision on ESCplus on Instagram. I promise that there won't be any rude photos unless I'm drunk at a bar one night and I end up accidentally posting it on the wrong account. I'm not saying I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. I'm just saying I'll be careful. That's all I can promise. I'm sorry. Anyway, next song we go to Slovenia of 2015 because to be honest, the main reason why we're gonna go with this one is because Mariah with "Here for You" was actually known for wearing her headphones on stage, which was, of course, quite an interesting one. When she's performing, you would just think she would be able to actually hear what's going on in the crowd. The headphones surely must have been a distraction, but no, apparently it was okay. She was happy to wear them. And the song is "Here for You" with Slovenia's 2015 entry. Sadly, though, they only finished 14th, though, with 39 points. But as I said, she actually had the first song of the running order on the night in Austria of Vienna. So, yeah, as I said, you ain't going to win their trophy out of that one, mate. And to be honest, finishing 14th out of 27 that night, that's not too bad, is it? It's halfway point. Anyway, here it is, Mariah with "Here for You" on EUROjam.
When you're down low, and there's no place you can go. When you're down low, you know that I'm here for you. You came into my life when I was broken. You heated up my heart when it was frozen, and we got the flow. Now it's up we go. And now that it's your turn, you wanna hide it. A million times already you've denied it. You don't have to fear, you don't have to fight. When you're down low, sinking in the undertow. When you're down low, you know that I'm here for you. 'Cause I know, baby, all the hurt you never shown. When you're down low, you gotta let me in your aching soul. You came into my life when I was broken. You heated up my heart when it was frozen, and we got the flow. Now it's up we go. 'Cause you released my pain, now let me take it. Just leave it at the door and we can make it. You don't have to hide, I'm by your side. Everybody else sees in black and white. You look it wrong and make it right. Can't I open your eyes? When you're down low, sinking in the undertow. When you're down low, you know that I'm here for you. 'Cause I know, baby, all the hurt you never shown. When you're down low, you gotta let me in your aching soul. Cause I know, baby, all the hurt you never show. When you're down low, you gotta let me in your aching soul. When you're down low, sinking in the undertow. When you're down low, you know that I'm here for you.
Well, I'm afraid we have come to the end of this week's EUROjam. Oh no! I'm so sorry. Sadly, we always have to come to an end when we're all having fun on the radio here at Callan 105 FM. But just want to say thank you for listening to EUROjam again. We will return on Wednesday, the April the 11th, which is, of course, at the same time, same place of 6 till 7 p.m. in the UK on Callan FM. And then afterwards, you'll be able to watch it or listen to it again on YouTube, which is the ESCplus YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Anyway, we're going to end the show with Czech Republic's song for this year, and that is Mikolas Joseph with Lie to Me. This could win the song contest this year. It's a hot favourite.
Oh, she a good girl at home, but her skirt goes up like Marilyn Monroe's. Papa likes to drama, mama harder than lava. She rockin' high heels, proud of her face like Madonna. By the way she moved, got me making a puddle. Baby, I already knew you would be nothing but a trouble. Damn it, everybody knows she never loved for real. Honey bunny up all night when I beat up with those cream. I know you got all the butt on his whoop bamboo when you were still seeing me, and well, he didn't even know. But goddamn it, come count to three. Now sit down, GGY, I'm on fire. So come and lie to me, oh baby, come a little closer. Lie to me, oh baby, lean upon my shoulder. Lie to me, get down on my body, love me like it was always meant to be. Now you love somebody new, I always knew. So come and give it to me. Drop, sheet, drop it like it's order. Now without a second thought, you got me doing what I'm not. That ain't go heavy. Mom, I'm feeling home already, but steady, plenty wanna eat my spaghetti. And she got one of my friends, she got him dripping on wood. I know it hurts so bad, but it feels so good. Sweet talking me, now baby, I don't give a fuck. You should have thought about me before you fucking up the club. I know you got all the butt on his whoop bamboo when you were still seeing me, and well, he didn't even know. But goddamn it, come count to three. Now sit down, GGY, I'm on fire. So come and lie to me, oh baby, come a little closer. Lie to me, oh baby, lean upon my shoulder. Lie to me, get down on my body, love me like it was always meant to be. Now you love somebody new, I always knew. So come and give it to me. You know I like it when you lie, lie, lie. You look so good when you lie, lie, lie. Set my camel in the mood when you lie, lie, lie. When you lie to me, oh baby, come a little closer. Lie to me, oh baby, lean upon my shoulder. Lie to me, get down on my body, love me like it was always meant to be. Now you love somebody new,